All right, let's get brutally honest for a second because most people in this space are afraid to say this out loud. The best contractor doesn't always win. It's not the one with the biggest team. It's not the one with the most vans wrapped in a killer brand. And it's definitely not the one with the most technical knowledge. In multifamily, the contractor who wins is the one who is trusted full out. And that might feel unfair, especially if you're someone who takes your craft extremely seriously. But this is actually great news because trust isn't earned by showing off, it's earned by showing up. Not once, not loud, but consistently and with intention. And when you get that right, you don't just win the next job, you become the first call for every job that follows. So today, I just want to show you a simple framework that has changed everything for us. It shifted how we trained our teams, it shifted how we positioned our service division, and most importantly, it gave us a repeatable way to earn trust at scale. Simple formula: clarity times consistency divided by self interest equals trust. This isn't just a clever quote, it's a field tested formula. It's how we've helped clients go from being ignored to vendors that are trusted by partners across dozens and dozens of portfolios. But let's break it down piece by piece. Let's start with clarity. If a property manager has to decode your proposal, she's not feeling confident, she's feeling confused. And in the world, confusion is expensive. Let me ask you this. Have you ever handed a report or an estimate and thought, well, this would get you the gist of it, and you never hear back? It's not because you weren't interested, it's because your communication made the PM work harder to try to interpret that industry lingo. Guess what comes next? They wonder what you're talking about. So, what does clarity really mean? It means clear language. Speak like a human, not a spec sheet. Clear expectations. What will happen, when, and why. Clear next steps. Don't leave them wondering what to do next. And it's not just what's written, it's how you present it. Let me give you some real world examples. You finish your walkthrough, you've got your photos, you got your notes, you got your observations. Most contractors scroll through 40 images saying, I found this and this and this. And you know what she hears? You've been asleep at the wheel, and now I'm going to have to show this to my boss and to my owner that I've been complacent. And that's how it lands. Even if that's not your intention, guess what happens to that proposal? Straight into the trash. Because she can't show it to her boss without looking bad. She can't present it without fear of being blamed or micromanaged. So she doesn't move forward. She doesn't even send it off. But the contractor who gets this, he shows up different. And instead of saying, here's what I found, he says, noticed a few things that I'd like your input on. Can we take a look at this together? He brings one photo at a time. He lets her see it, lets her interpret it, lets her own it. If you were me, what would be something you would want on this on your radar? Now she's in the driver's seat. Now it's her idea. Now she's not being blamed, she's being empowered. That's clarity. It's not about how smart you are, it's about how clearly that you can transfer understanding without pressure. Let's talk about consistency. This is the most boring and most powerful part of the formula because in multifamily, it's not about intensity, it's about predictability. Anyone can show up great once, but the ones who win are the ones who are reliable every single time. The follow up arrives when you said it would. The crew shows up when you said they would. The photos are delivered before she asks. The tone of every conversation builds peace, not pressure. Consistency is how you go from being a name on a vendor list to being the contractor that they automatically forward to the ownership group. I've seen contractors get overlooked for a bid even when their price was great because the PM couldn't say with confidence, well, he always does what he said he'll do. That's the bar. So, how do you build consistency? Systems, rhythm, communication. And that's what we help our clients build. That follow up cadence, messaging structure, process that keeps you in the room even after you've left the building. Because presence is power and consistency is how you stay present in a PM's mind. The last piece, and it's a silent killer of deals, self interest. Even the most polished proposal can't hide it because PMs can feel it. The rush to close, the overeager follow ups, the generic pitching, the subtle energy of, I have to land this job instead of I'm here to serve you. And here's the key most contractors missed: self interest does not have to be loud to be a problem. Sometimes it's as simple as making conversation all about you. Here's what I'd recommend. I'd suggest you go this route. I think that you need to move quickly on this. That may feel professional to you, but it's making her feel like you're just another slot on the sales board. And the contractor who wins, he removes himself from the center. He asks questions instead of making assumptions. He shows up with solutions, not pressure. He builds a path forward that she can own and defend her team with. And when you do that, you're not just different, you're trusted. So let's put it together. Let me give you the fair formula again. Clarity times consistency divided by self-interest is what equals trust. It's simple, but it has massive impact. When you live this, your emails get opened, your calls get returned, your name gets passed around the office. You stop being one of three. You become the one that they call first. But this only works when it's real. It cannot be faked. You have to actually care. You have to actually show up and you have to actually serve. And when you do, you don't just win more jobs, you win something way more valuable: reputation. And reputation built on trust will feed your business for years to come. All right. In the next video, I'm going to show you how all of this scales through a service that we provide. And we look forward to the opportunity to be able to scale your team if this feels like it's a good fit for both of us. Talk to you soon. Take care.